Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and Vice President Kamala Harris is watching more people abandon ship on her as the days go by. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you are not watching us on YouTube, please visit that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. When you go there, hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really helps us out. Vice President Kamala Harris is seeing poll numbers dropping. She's seeing Democrats coming out against her. But it's not every day that a senator who supported you, who was for you, says he has to rescind his support of you. He can no longer support you because one of your ideas was so extreme, so radical, that he couldn't be on board with it. Now, that was Ms. Harris's idea to get rid of the filibuster to codify Roe v. Wade in Congress so she could sign it into law as president if she were to become president, God forbid. It's not going to happen. They're never going to get the votes for it if they don't get rid of the filibuster, and that's the issue. That's why she wants to get rid of the filibuster. But once you get rid of the filibuster, it's chaos. The Senate, the reason the Senate is the more serious governing body, more serious than the House, is because of the filibuster. And you remove the filibuster, you just have chaos again. You have majority rule again. The minority has nothing protecting them. And the Democrats love that when they're in charge. But man, do they not like it when they're not in charge. Case in point, 3 Supreme Court justices that former President Donald Trump got. They got rid of the filibuster on judges. The Republicans said, well, if you're getting rid of it on judges, we'll get rid of it for Supreme Court justices. They set the precedent, and then they don't like it when it comes back to bite them. McConnell could have gotten rid of the filibuster when Trump was president, chose not to, and I believe it was wise then. And I said as much. You can look to what I said at the time. I said it was smart. It was wise not to get rid of the filibuster because you're going to regret it. But now they want to do just that. And Senator Joe Manchin, he's not on board and he's rescinding his support. Let's take a look and let me know what you think in the comments.
Go to the Hill because we have some new information coming in, and Armani Raju is there, a key voice, I should say, not going to endorse Vice President Harris, Manu?
Yeah, that's right. That's Senator Joe Manchin, who had long been, of course, a moderate Democrat from West Virginia, recently became an independent, but someone who still caucuses with Democrats and had been signaling just a couple of weeks ago, told me that he was getting ready, getting closer to endorse Kamala Harris as he heard a lot of her proposals going forward. But now that she has said that she would gut the Senate's filibuster rules in order to pass a measure to preserve abortion rights, Manchin tells us this morning that he will not endorse Harris for president. He is one of the staunchest supporters of the filibuster in the Senate. Manchin argues that it is essential to forcing bipartisan consensus and compromise in the Senate. Is in the minority of Democrats in particular who are pushing to gut this altogether because it would lower the threshold for advancing legislation from 60 votes to 51 if Kamala Harris had her way. But just moments ago, Manchin told our colleague Ted Barrett, he said, quote, shame on her, referring to Harris. He says that she knows the filibuster is the holy grail of democracy. And Manchin went on to say it's the only thing that keeps us talking and working together. If she gets rid of that, then this would be the House on steroids. And then Ted went on to ask him whether she would consider endorsing her. And he said, quote, that ain't going to happen. So he could have given her some effort as Harris is trying to move to the middle, guys. Perhaps she could have touted a Manchin endorsement, which seemed to be coming to her side. But now that she has said this, he says, no way, that is not going to happen, as she tries to promise her voters she can get abortion rights passed and if she wins the presidency in November.